Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. That is Phil G Travel, and basically today this video is about me going to Orlando, Florida in September. So I thought I'd give you an idea what I'm doing, what I've got planned, who I'm going with, all that stuff. Tenerife fans, do not panic. I am back in Tenerife November and January. So there is plenty more Tenerife stuff to come. So people who love my Tenerife content, stick around, do not leave. You'll love this. People who originally joined me from Orlando, though, I'm coming back. And if you're first time seeing this, why not come along with me? So just a reminder to everyone out there that I am Phil G Travel these days. I used to be known as Epic Phil, but I didn't think that was quite right. So I thought Phil G Travel would be the way I'm moving forward. So the Orlando vlogs are going to be the official series starting as Phil G Travel. You'll still have hashtags Epic Phil on there. So if you look for Epic Phil, you'll find him for the next 6 months. I'll hashtag it and then slowly kill it out. But as I say, it is now Phil G Travel. But instead of looking for it, why don't you just do something really simple? And that's subscribe to my channel. It's free. Why not? Like videos as well. I've got to tell you this because the more they get liked, the more they go out to other people and it gets shown more to other people who may enjoy this content. Now, this isn't my typical type of video. I am a podcaster as well, but this is more, as I say, a idea to fill up time just to basically get to September. So this is coming out in August. Then, the new vlogs are coming in September. So as I said, I am going to Orlando, Florida again with me brother, and we're going in September. So we're having a little period in Orlando, Florida, and we're going to be enjoying ourselves. The airport we're going to be flying from is obviously London Gatwick. My brother doesn't live as near as I do, but I live basically on the doorstep of Gatwick Airport. So for me, it's very easy to get to Gatwick, fly from Gatwick, get home, and all that stuff. Especially with some of the holidays I go on, the flight times are really annoying. So it makes it a little bit easier. Now, this one, I think we're at 2 o'clock, 2:30 flight, I believe, in the afternoon. So that does make it a lot easier for us. So in hindsight, I could have done a Heathrow or something, but Gatwick is my home. I know it inside out, and it's just an easy airport for me. So anyway, we are Gatwick South Air Terminal, I believe, the one they called Southgate Terminal. The day of the Euro finals, that backfired, didn't it? Less we say about that, the better. Anyway, yeah, and we are flying British Airways. What's pretty good, I think. I always fly British Airways from Gatwick. I used to fly Virgin, but obviously with the C-19 thing, what no one really wants to talk about ever again. It's Virgin moved out. There's rumors they could come back. We'll see. If it does come back, it's going to take years, I reckon. But so I think we have TUI, British Airways, and I'm going to say Norse Air as the three main ones from Gatwick. I fly British Airways. I just prefer British Airways, and I like that British Airways fly into MCO. TUI fly to another one. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. Very smaller airport and very easy. But as I say, we're flying British Airways, and we're actually flying economy, but we've got seats at the back of the plane. So that should be good for us. We're near the back, so we can get around to facilities and that. I do have a disability in my left knee and a bit of problem with my back sometimes. So I have to get up, and I've got to stop humming. So I have to get up quick as possible sometimes. And also my brother's has autism. So a part of autism is some people get travel sickness, and sometimes he may need to rush to facilities. Don't want to go too far into that though, but you see what I mean. So we're right towards the back of the airplane flying British Airways. It's a long flight as well when you think about it. It's not like an Australia type flight, but it's a 9.5 hour flight. If you're lucky, headwinds, it might get it down to 8:15, 8:20. But that you can't guarantee that is always going to happen. So you have to settle in for these long flights. I always have an aisle seat as my knee used to have Oscar still got it. But it's easier for me to stretch the leg every once in a while, without banging into someone's back of the chair, or if I've got a rucksack under the chair, because you don't really get that much space in economy. So on the flight, obviously we use the on-flight screen and all that stuff. We normally get the Wi-Fi as well. I don't know how much the Wi-Fi is this year, so I'm not even going to say prices. Best way to look up is going to the British Airways website, look up the prices maybe a few days before you go. Just give you some idea. Um, if you like to plan miles ahead, do it a few months ahead, but then remember to look again just in case it's gone up, because you don't want to think of a price and then when you get there, the price has gone up. So just bear that in mind, obviously. I'd say the on-flight entertainment's okay for me, but I tend to bring my tablet with loads of Netflix and movies and series that I prefer that may have come out a few weeks and months before, and I've held them back for me for the flight so I can choose what I want to watch. I usually do it on my tablet. Funny enough, my tablet's here right now. It's on, well, it was on charge, as you can see. It's not a small tablet, these me dogs. And normally I just fold it like that and hang it down. And I just watch my stuff on my own tablet. Sorry about that, as I put it back on charge. Once I get it the right way, that is. Sorry, that's not really interesting, was it? So yeah, I use my tablet. I'm not really a fan of the plain food either. I'll eat some of it, I'll drink some of the drinks, but generally I don't like the dinner food on there. I never have. Uh, it's always a bit ropey to me. It's just me. A lot of people do like it. For me, it's just never been for me. So I usually bring my own snacks on, like chocolates, sweets, and all that stuff. Couple of packets of crisp. Also, I in the morning go to Greg's and grab a 4 pack of sausage rolls. And with two of us going, we'll have two each. It's not a problem. If we don't finish them off, we'll bin them. It's that simple, but it's a lot cheaper. Don't buy them from the airport one, by the way. If you think you can get them the night before, go the night before, because the airport one at the South Terminal is a lot more expensive for Greg's. So, yeah, bear that in mind as well. So let's move along anyway. So we've had the 9 hour flight. I do towards the end of the flight. I love having the screen on with the map the last 40 minutes of the flight, 'cause usually by then I'm all tuckered out and I can't be bothered to really watch anything. I might be on my phone listening to a podcast or two, something like that. Don't forget you can charge your phones on the planes as well. They have the USB. So think about that, your tablets, your phones, you can charge your technology 9 hour flight. If it doesn't charge, there's something seriously wrong there. What airport are we flying to? Obviously, we're flying British Airways. So that is MCO, Orlando International Airport, and we'll be Terminal C. Why do I like Terminal C though? That is a very good question. Obviously, we've done the original terminals before, but I've always liked Terminal C a lot more since we started doing it. It's getting off the plane, it's tidier, it's newer, it's fresh. I like modern looks, so, but that's not always it. I actually at first didn't like grabbing the luggage before going through the customs bit in that to get yourself through officially, make sure your rest is all that's okay. But once I did grab the luggage first and got used to doing it, I found it a lot more easier, because once you got your luggage, you're walking to that queue to get yourself through officially. Then they check you and everything. You're not waiting for anything. Yeah, so once we get through all that stuff, as I soon to have an earthquake, in other words, I need a table. We get through, we go all the way to our transfers, and we use linear transportations. We've been using them for years. I think they're brilliant. I will put a link for them in the show notes. So if you want to check out linear transportations, please use them. Tell them that I sent them to say Epic Phil or Phil G Travel. They should have a rough idea who that is then. I do have a code with them, and if you do it on their thing, it should ping. Um, you put it in there and put Epic Phil, you'll get a nice little discount as well. So hopefully that's showing up on the screen. Anyway, linear transportation, nice modern vehicles, lovely aircon. They got different size from small to big, multiple vehicles. Very good to talk to, very easy to talk to. I use them through Facebook. I find it a lot easier that way. Don't forget, MCO also has free Wi-Fi. So if you're worried when you get off the plane that you're trying to get in contact with them, just connect to the free Wi-Fi while you're in the airport and just tell them once you've got past the part of doing the customs, your suitcases and that, tell them you're there and you're walking to the location you're meant to be at. So they know to meet you there, what makes it a lot easier. Also, with linear transportations, I have to remind people 24 hours before you go, confirm with them that you're still going. It's just something they like doing, and it makes life a lot easier. I would not risk not doing it. I'm trying just to remember, put a little reminder on your phone or something like that. But yeah, they're really good. And where are we staying? Obviously, right. So Lanier will be taking us to Surfside Inn and Suites. What is an endless summer? Universal Studios, Lowe's Resort. Let's get straight because not everyone knows that the hotels are actually Lowe's hotels run by Universal Studios Orlando. We're not staying at Dockside. We have stayed at Dockside once. Just after C19, funny enough, when you were allowed back in the country. We did it for Christmas. But we love Surfside. We're staying at Surfside. It's just so much easier. It's smaller, it's a easier vibe in there, slightly easier to get on iDrive because I know people get the knickers in a twist when people say Surfside's easy to get on iDrive and they say, oh, it's not that far a walk, but it's still easier. It is. It is slightly easier, not much, but it is easier. Um, yeah, so Dockside is a great resort as well. Go and check it out. The difference between the two is obviously size. Dockside's got two pools, two pool-sized bars, and an indoor bar, bigger food court, bigger universal shop. While Surfside's got a one pool with a one pool bar, no inside bar, and a smaller food court and universal shop. But the universal hotels, well, obviously gives you the options of the free shuttle to and from City Walk from morning to late night. If you're doing Halloween Horror Nights, I believe the last shuttle is an hour after the event closes. So it's easier for you to get back. Uh, they're just brilliant results. I think they're really good. And they're on Universal Boulevard. But a lot of people will say International Drive because they are literally on International Drive. So if you like your International Drive app, but you'd like the Universal Magic, these may be the hotels for you. And I do run a group for them yet again. I'll put that in the show notes and hopefully it's coming across the screen as well, showing you the groups. Literally every admin has stayed in either result multiple times and there is so many members in here now. We don't pretty much do much unless you cause trouble. We just let you get on with it because that's the best way to be, I think, personally. Let you decide what you want to do. So, yeah, if there's any bad problems in it, though, we do get involved. And if anybody's a problem maker, they will be blocked. It's a very friendly group, and everyone seems to get on with each other in there, and everyone's very helpful. So now you know I am staying at Endless Somersault, Surfside Inn and Suites. On the day we plan to arrive, though, this is the interesting part. I suppose obviously check in, shower, and all that stuff. Check out the room, even though I think we're in a standard room this time. We've always done suites, but with only two of us going, standard room's good enough for both of us. Two queen size beds in them. They have the showers and that, and then we're gonna probably grab our Universal Studios Halloween Horror Night tickets and head straight into Halloween Horror Nights for an hour and a half late night, just to get our bearings around where the houses are, look at the scare zones and all that type of stuff. So when we're in our first morning, though, I'm not going to do every day. I'm literally going to tell you about the first morning here as well. We like to get up, probably go for breakfast across IHOP. It's literally very near Dockside. You're talking a 5 minute walk for Surfside and Dockside. It's really nice. Obviously, got Walgreens across the road as well. We'll go for an IHOP and then we'll probably get an Uber, a Lyft, whatever one's cheaper. Probably go to Walmart and do a bit of Walmart shopping. Get the essentials in for the room and that. And then we'll head over to Universal Studios where we're going to sort out my brother's disability pass for the park and that pretty much go in the park and enjoy the day. So that is pretty much all that stuff. So what theme parks are we planning to do on this trip? You're probably wondering. Actually, we're not doing a Disney theme park. We have said if the price is right and they're very quiet, we may do one day and we may look into, I think it's called Park Hopper. I can't remember the name. Undercover Tourist, that's it. We might look into them and buy a ticket, but we're not sure 100% yet if we want to do it or not. We will go to Disney Springs, eat there, do a bit of shopping there. So there will be Disney content. But we are doing Universal Studios. We are annual pass holders. I mean, if you're an annual pass holder, you have to show off, don't you? And say you're an annual pass holder. I don't know why. It's just one of them weird things people like flexing. We haven't got SeaWorld in a sense, but we get back to that. We just didn't want to do SeaWorld. We plan to do things like Desertland and that this year as well, and Icon Park, things like that just normal stuff you would normally do. Night events. So, as I said, we haven't got SeaWorld, but we are going into SeaWorld for one night. We're doing see Hello Scream at SeaWorld. We do it every year since it's basically started. It's not our favorite event, so we've only got a one night ticket this time. It seems to be very quiet in September, so it's very quick to get around. So we're going to do that one for one night. We do it more for the roller coasters. If truth be told, I really do love the roller coasters at SeaWorld. I think they got some of the best in Florida. Also, one night we're planning to take a trip down Old Town. I want to do the haunted house there, check all the shops out and all that. Not going to do Fun Spot. I feel Fun Spots are very run down these days. We have done them in the past, but I feel like they need some love and TLC. But yeah, we want to do the haunted house at Old Town. It's just something that's always interested in me. I love that haunted stuff. So a good old fashioned haunted house thing, like a Hello Scream HHN thing vibe. What's there 24/7? It'd be interesting to see what it's like. And obviously a great segue is HHN. We're off to HHN 33, or as they like to try and call it now, 20 HHN 2024. But we've got a Rush of Fear pass each. That basically means from the first date in August to the 22nd of September, every night of Halloween Horror Nights, you're allowed into. I believe they don't sell the Rush of Fear in the UK. What blows my mind all the time, I don't get it. But yeah, we didn't have express for it yet again because with my brother's pass, we do go in the express line. It's not a cheat though, people. If that's what you're thinking, we will still have to wait the time of the queue normally. So if well, not a complete queue time. For example, we'll come over with our sheet thing, our little cardboard. They will say to us, come back 25, 35 minutes. Even with the express line's only got five people in it, they will send us away and we will come back. So we're not cheating the lines. But with my brother's autism, he doesn't like being in long lines, queues for a very long time with loads of crowds of people. He starts panicking and that. So it's easier for us just to walk away, him to chill out somewhere else, get his bearings. Usually where Transformers are, we hang around that area because that's more of a quiet area to go and chill. So yeah, Halloween Horror Nights, one of my favorite events. There is something else I've got to talk about Halloween Horror Nights, but I'll bring that up towards the end. So I'm just reading off what I'm meant to remember here. Night events. So other things we might do. So I alluded to Deserland and that. We'll probably go to the cinema. I think we're going to go and watch Beetlejuice too, actually. So the cinema is most likely going to happen. We might do some miniature go for crazy off, whatever you want to call it. Maybe one on I drive, maybe the universal one. Haven't totally decided that yet. We do like doing them. I used to be very competitive, but now I just don't really care anymore. I just like having fun on them. So shopping, the normal stuff, going to bars and other things like that. Obviously, we'll be meeting friends on this holiday, Simon and Julie. You've probably seen them on Tenerife vlogs with me, and maybe some older Orlando ones as well. They're out as well with us. They're not with us. They're going with other friends as well. But we are going to meet for days, nights as well. We do that quite a lot, me and Simon. We go on holidays at the same time, but we're in the same area. We don't always hang around with each other 24/7. We're not them type of people. We get on with our own stuff, and then we'll meet up, and have a good laugh with each other, a few drinks. I'm going to places like Murphy's Bar. What I do like on International Drive, I have seen some of the negative stuff on Facebook. All I'm going to say is some of these stories are very badly fabricated by a leprechaun, and this may upset some people like the leprechaun people. It seems a good bar, but they're very petty and they need to get out of this. There's enough room for all these bars on iDrive. Do something with Facebook groups yourself, and then maybe, you wouldn't have these problems. Do the competitions like Murphy's and that. Do yeah, again, Murphy's. Shall I put that in there as well? And then if you want to check them out on Facebook, check them out. Tell them Phil G Travel sent you down. And Murphy's, we will be there for one night. I don't know if my brother's going to come down, but Simon's coming with Julie as well, I think. We're going to the International Drive group meet run by Kim. International Drive, you've probably seen her everywhere. Kim actually does a lot of excursion stuff and that as well. Yeah, they do a meet. I went to the very first one, and I'll go to this one as well. I like meeting people. There's a few people who've already said they want to meet me. Please make it about Kim and not me, people. It's not a Phil G travel thing. It's not an endless summer thing. Come and say hi to me, but make sure you make time for Kim. It's not about me. This is all about all the hard work she does, all the great stuff at Murphy's excursions and all that. I'm just there as one of you to have a little bit of a laugh, basically. Have a few drinks and have a laugh there while I'm there. May I vlog it? See about it. Might put it on TikTok as well. Yet again, a reminder to you, I am a YouTuber, vlogger, travel vlogger. To give you an idea, you normally Tenerife and Orlando, a lot more Tenerife, but I do go to Orlando every year as well. Bit weird Orlando this year. Usually me mum, Freya and that come along. You've seen we used to have Bobby and all them. I'd love the whole family to be out there one year, but it's really hard at old everyone gets. What do I plan to vlog then, if you're wondering? Well, I'm changing up daily vlogs. They're not going to be on YouTube, or you're going to get the travel day vlog on YouTube, and I'll explain to you in a minute where the daily vlogs are going. But on YouTube, I want to change up. I want to give you a bit more information if you're a newbie or someone who's been going for years or someone hasn't been for years, that sort of stuff. So I'm going to be doing things like restaurant reviews, bar reviews, tours, hotel tours, international drive tours, showing you what's around, maybe shops in Universal, shops in Disney, food places in Disney and Universal as well. A lot on international drive. I have two hotels to do. Obviously one will be Surfside and Dockside. Actually, there's a third. Thank you, Simon, and it could be a fourth if he has time to do it. Simon starts his holiday at Disney's Pop Century. If he has time, he says he will record it for me and I will release that. So all the credit will go to Simon for that one, I must say straight away. And then he's moving over to Universal's Aventura as well, and he's invited me over to come and record everything from a room and everything like that. So this will be quite useful. So there's going to be a lot of hotels, loads of restaurants and internet drive from average price to a bit more expensive to even like a McDonald's. We're going to do them shops that you can shop in. There'll be a Walmart one, clothes shopping shops, and all that as well. As I said, Disney Springs, Universal City Walk, maybe some shops in Universal Studios, theme parks as well. I'm thinking about. So as I said, themed wise, that's how my YouTube's going. Reviews, tours, giving you an idea what you're going to and what you would like. I started to do that in Tenerife, and I saw an uptick on my numbers. I think people will prefer that from me more. There's so many good, even just UK vloggers who do daily diary ones. You got the Night Strider, Carb Slayer, Out on the Limb, Family Vlogs, just a few UK ones off the top of my head there alone. Then you've got the big Universal Disney ones as well, who actually live out there, who I think are better equipped to do that sort of stuff. I don't think International Drive gets the love it needs, though. To show you what's there because a lot of people think it's just theme parks when you go out there and you're missing out on stuff. Even I miss out going out to the Everglades and all these country places and beautiful places we can go to. My friend Lee was going to start YouTube, but he didn't. He was going to all these places. So it's a bit of a shame really he didn't start up. I just haven't got the time. He stays out there for months because he's got family out there. So the daily vlogs, they're going to TikTok. They're going to be a lot shorter, maybe maximum of 5 minutes long. So it'd be little video clips and then voiceovers from me telling you what I did, maybe little bits of me having a laugh. Obviously, little video clips of rides and that, all that sort of stuff will be over to TikTok. Yeah, again, that's just Phil G Travel. Everything on me is Phil G Travel from the socials, from X, what's formerly Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I do have a like page as well. All this stuff's going to be added. I do have a Facebook group as well. I don't really advertise it. It's called I think it's called Epic Travel or something. I'm on it quite a lot. You think I'd remember, but I've got quite a few groups I run. So I'm just going to get the group up now. So I don't. Epic Travel Group. That's what it's called. It's not just about me, it's about you. So if you want to put your holidays up, I don't care if it's Orlando, Tenerife, Timbuktu, Butlins, whatever it is, I want you to come and join it and put your travels on there as well. I want it to be a group community. That's the idea of that. It is under obviously Phil G Travel, but it's not just about me, it's about you as well. So if you're interested in that, come along to Phil G Travel. I mean, there's going to be so much in the show notes of this YouTube channel. It's going to be the description, whatever you want to call it. It's all going to be there, all the links. So don't worry about that. Also, as I said earlier, HHN, Hello Scream. If you don't know this and you're quite new to them or you love these type of things, I do a podcast with Simon and Joe, and it's called the HHE podcast. That is Halloween Horror Events podcast. We had a little problem lately with Spotify and Apple, and we fixed that. It was mucking our numbers up completely. But we're back. We're back on Apple. It's all good. Best way to find it's HHE Podcast Worldwide. Put it on there. Simon sort of put the worldwide at the end of it to fix the feed problem we had as well. Show us some love on your any podcast app you use. Just give us a 5-star review, 2-star, 3-1. I don't care. Give us a review, comment, tell your friends and family about it. That's also on X and Facebook and Instagram at HHE Pod. On TikTok, it's actually HHE Pod 1. If we can't record a podcast, that's where we put all the breaking news there really quickly for you. Well, I haven't been super quick lately, but it goes on there, right? But it'll give you all the ideas of what is going on, and we're having a bit of fun with that. We've only started that a couple of months ago. So HHE Pod for most, and then HHE Pod 1 for TikTok. It's also on YouTube, the podcast, if you want to see our ugly mugs as well, with videos, and that will go on if you want to watch it. Share some love to HHE Pod on there. I think it's only got over 153 subscribers, so if we can build that up, that'd be brilliant. And then basically we get to that flying home thing. Yeah, again, Linear Transportations, MCO Terminal C, flying British Airways back to London Gatwick South Terminal, and then I'll probably get a taxi home, unfortunately. But the bad thing is I'm flying home on a Sunday. It means I get home around 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, and then I'm going into work about 3 p.m. that same day. So I'm not resting, sitting at home. I'm literally having a rest, sorting the dog out, have a nap through the day, obviously, then straight up to work to do my job and see everyone. And that's pretty much it. Then bring them in snacks and that the week later, a few days later, and that, because I love bringing stuff home from Walmart, candies and sweets and that for the office. Well, pretty much. Thanks for watching this. If you've watched all the way through, you're absolute stars. As I said, could you like this video? Comment down below if there's anything you would like to see from me out there in the ethos of Orlando. Just comment down below. Talk to me. If you're out there at the same time, please come and say hi. We'll have a chat. I have no problems with that. Just don't come and say hi if I'm checking in, because it happened last year. Just give me a few minutes, checking, let me have the showers and that, and then I'm all yours. Because I'm knackered from a flight and I don't want to seem grumpy the first few minutes you see me. But other than that, I'm very approachable. Like, as I said, sub to me on YouTube, it's free, and TikTok. Press the bell notification for YouTube, TikTok, so you know when stuff drops. New vlogs, they're coming September, everybody, and I can't wait, because I've actually missed doing these vlogs. And as always, from me to you, stay epic.
Subscribe to Phil G Travel.
There you go. Don't let a kid down. Do it. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Shaky channel. So I start again.